Well, listen to this. A store many people considered a staple of their childhood is closing down for good today.
Yeah, every remaining Toys R Us store is shutting down. It was mounting debt from slumping sales, a lot of competition from online retailers. It was just too much. The chain announced it was going out of business in March, closing more than 700 stores.
Toys R Us was the largest toy retailer for a good chunk of its 70-year history, and it was iconic in many ways. Combination of the structure of the company plus the advent of an online shopping universe just made survivability impossible.
Now, some of those empty Toys R Us stores will probably be back in use by the holiday shopping season. Party City has already announced plans to lease 50 of the locations for the fall for Halloween and Christmas costumes.